Problem number 6. A survey of 100 SPC students categorized each student by gender and whether the student commutes or lives in the dorm. The results are shown in the table below. Okay, so we have male, female, and we have commuter dorm, and we have the total for males, total for females. We have totals for the commuter and totals for the dorm. And remember that we surveyed 100 students. Okay. So, part A. If a student surveyed is selected at random, what is the probability that the student does not live in a dorm? What is the probability that they are not in the dorm? Well, the probability that they are not in the dorm is equal to 1 minus the probability that they are in the dorm. Okay? So that's going to be equal to 1 minus the probability that they do live in a dorm is 27 out of 100. Which that is going to be equal to 73 out of 100, which is going to be 73%, or 0.73. Which, given that our only other category was that they were a commuter, makes sense, because the total percentage of commuters, or total number of commuters in the survey is 73. Part B. What is the probability that the student is male or lives in the dorm? So the first question is, are these mutually exclusive? Meaning, can you separate these two events into two categories without any overlap? And the answer is no, these are not mutually exclusive. So, to find the probability that you are male or live in the dorm, we're going to find the probability that you're male, add that to the probability that you do live in the dorm, and then we're going to subtract that from the probability that you are both a male who lives in the dorm. Alright, so the probability that you are male, we're going to take the total number of males surveyed. That's going to be the 51 out of 100. Then, to find the probability that you're in the dorm, we'll take the total, which is going to be 27 out of 100. And then we're going to subtract from that the total number of males who are in the dorm. This is my intersection symbol. And the total number of males that are in the dorm is 17. Well, 27 minus 17 is 10, so 51 plus 10 is going to be 61. So we have 61 out of 100, which is equal to a 0.61, or a 61%. Part C. Find the probability that the student is female or a male commuter. So, are these mutually exclusive? Can we talk about these two categories without overlap? And the answer is yes, these are are mutually exclusive. So, to find the probability that you are female or a commuter, we're going to find, or a male commuter, we're going to find the probability that you are female, and we're going to add to that the probability that you are a male commuter. So, looking up at our table, we have a total of 49 females who responded to the survey, so that's going to be 49 out of 100. And how many male commuters do we have? We have 34 male commuters. So that is equivalent to 83 out of 100, or 0.83, or 83%. And this will conclude our notes for probability events involving not and or.